Modern conversations around Mad Honey often focus on reaction. People ask what happens immediately, how strong the effect is, or what sensation to expect. This way of thinking comes from a culture that values instant feedback. However, traditional understanding and modern science both point toward a different idea. Mad Honey is not about reaction, it is about regulation. Regulation refers to the body's ability to maintain balance. The nervous system constantly adjusts heart rate, breathing, digestion, and emotional tone to match internal and external conditions. When this system functions well, the body moves smoothly between effort and rest. Calm emerges not because something dramatic happens, but because nothing needs to. Reaction is the opposite. It occurs when the body is pushed beyond its comfort zone and responds defensively. Rapid heart rate changes, shallow breathing, tension, and heightened alertness are all signs of reaction. These responses are useful in emergencies, but they are not supportive of long-term well-being. Traditional Himalayan use of Mad Honey was designed to avoid reaction entirely. Small amounts were used within calm environments, predictable routines, and moments of rest. This context allowed the nervous system to remain regulated. The honey did not trigger a response. It accompanied an already balanced state. Modern science explains why this matters. The nervous system responds to total input, not isolated elements. Environment, posture, breathing, emotional state, and expectation all influence how the body reacts. When these factors signal safety and predictability, regulatory pathways remain active. When they signal urgency or uncertainty, reactive pathways dominate. Mad Honey aligns with regulation when used intentionally. It does not override stress. It does not force calm. Instead, it fits into routines that already support parasympathetic activity. This system supports digestion, steady circulation, and emotional stability. Regulation happens quietly, without noticeable spikes. Reaction-based thinking often leads to misuse. When people expect intensity, they create conditions that keep the nervous system alert. The body then reacts, not because the substance demands it, but because the context does. Traditional practices avoided this by emphasizing timing, restraint, and awareness. Another key factor is moderation. Regulation depends on gentle input. Small amounts allow the body to process signals without triggering protective responses. Excess increases uncertainty, prompting the nervous system to shift into alert mode. This shift moves the body away from calm and toward vigilance. Modern wellness culture sometimes promotes noticeable sensations as proof of effectiveness. Science does not support this idea for long-term balance. Many of the most beneficial processes in the body operate below conscious awareness. Heart rhythm stabilization, improved digestion, and nervous system recovery happen gradually and quietly. Mad Honey reflects this principle. Its value lies in subtle support, not dramatic change. When used as part of a regulated routine, it becomes nearly unnoticeable. That is the point. Regulation does not announce itself. The environment reinforces this effect. High-altitude communities experience fewer sensory disruptions. Sound levels are lower, visual input is simpler, and daily rhythms follow natural light. These conditions reduce baseline stress. Mad Honey exists within this environment, not as a contrast to it. Modern environments often do the opposite. Bright screens, constant notifications, and irregular schedules keep the nervous system primed for reaction. Introducing any natural element into this context without adjusting the environment limits its ability to support regulation. Understanding the difference between regulation and reaction changes the conversation. It shifts focus from what something does to how it fits. Mad Honey does not act on the body. It is integrated by the body when conditions allow. Regulation also builds resilience. When the nervous system spends more time in recovery mode, it becomes better at handling stress when it appears. Reaction weakens resilience by exhausting recovery pathways. Traditional knowledge recognizes this through experience. Modern science confirms it through measurement. Calm is not produced by force. It is maintained through balance. Mad Honey belongs to this balanced approach. It represents patience, moderation, and respect for the body's limits. When viewed through the lens of regulation, its role becomes clear. It is not about what you feel immediately. It is about how the body learns to stay steady over time. That is the difference between reaction and regulation. For more clear science-based and nature-aligned wellness insights, subscribe and stay connected.